You only live once. Welcome to another huge retro game haul from the retro gaming market. Last weekend, tour dropped on Monday, and I'm going to show you guys a huge amount of consoles with a very special one here, games and more. So a lot of you guys went out. It was this one here. It was in Nottingham, the Retro Game Fair. Retro Events put it on. Great guys. Massive shout out to Stephen for the invite. I'll link their website and Facebook in the description. I do believe there are more events from Retro Events coming up. And when I say events, I mean markets, retro gaming market. So go and check them out. But we're going to get straight into this. I'll show you my new Super Nintendo variant first. This is the FIFA International Soccer variant, an Irish release only. So now I believe I have the majority of the PAL UK releases. So this was Ireland and Northern Ireland, I believe. So I have the All Stars one, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Star Wing. I have this one. I have the base package. I have the base model somewhere. I think that's down there, that one is. And now I have this. So I'm super stoked. I actually purchased this from Stephen, one of the event organisers, who gave me a good deal. And this is in really nice condition inside. It says here 5 players, not quite sure how that's the case. This box is lush. I really like the artwork here. The games down the side are pretty neat. It's got that Plock. I actually mentioned Plock on my essential cartridge-based retro game video. Nigel Mansell's World Championship, it's just awesome. Mega Man X, Pack Attack, Super Metroid, classic stuff. So I was pretty stoked to pick this variant up because I have been eyeing this for quite some time at other events and online. Moving swiftly on, you've seen it in the thumbnail, you've seen it down here. I am now the proud owner of the Neo Geo X, which is a hybrid console produced by Tomio in conjunction with SNK. So this is, when I say hybrid, you can handheld and you can play it docked on your televisions through the HDMI or composite cables. This thing didn't get a massive... This just didn't get many gold stars, let's just say that. Especially on composite cables. The sound was pretty buggy, firmwares had to be updated to improve sound and visual performance. But I don't care, this is an absolute perler. And with that I did get I think it's yes, volume 1. This is the game pack. So this, and again I'll show you what's inside this. I'll chuck stuff out on Instagram. You get a little cartridge, tiny, almost like a DS cartridge that goes in the handheld. It very neatly lifts up, the kind of replica console does, and you plug it in inside to use it in as a docked gaming station. You also get an arcade stick, a replica arcade stick with this. And I was really stoked actually to pick this up. It was a complete impulse purchase. I wasn't going into the event thinking that I would be walking away with a Neo Geo X. I know it's not the AES, but you know, I didn't even see any there, to be honest. This was the nearest thing. So, you know, I am absolutely elated with this pickup, and despite its flaws, I'm really excited to have it in the collection and to play it. Let me know if there's anything game-wise that I should be looking out for. I think there's a volume 2 and a volume 3 full of the kind of compilation games, so let me know if they're any good. It says here total of 4,441 megs. It is just amazing. I'm so stoked. We've got like Art of Fighting 3, Blazing Star, King of Fighters 96. I've got that on my arcade cab. Oh, there's just a ton of really cool stuff. So let's pop that down there. Got a lovely haul here, really nice. Got some 3DO stuff, Sega Mega CD. Mega CD wise, been after this beaut for quite some time. NBA Jam, what an absolute classic. Free subscription offer to Roy Rovers and complete Judge Dredd magazines with every purchase. Wicked. I think I paid 20 quid for this, and I've always loved NBA Jam. I've mentioned it on many a retro game hunt videos, pickups videos, plenty of times. I've praised NBA Jam for being one of the staple titles of my childhood on the SNES and the Sega Mega Drive, and now I'm elated to own it on the Mega CD. In fact, on a stream I did a couple of weeks ago, we were playing some NBA Jam. LA Lakers won, so stoked. So that's really cool. And then in terms of my little 3DO games, picked up a classic theme park, the classic theme park in Poed, which is like a really cheap, tacky version of Doom with very eccentric characters and definitely doesn't take itself very seriously like Doom. But coming back to theme park, this for me was a game changer back in the day. When it came out for the Super Nintendo, I felt so blessed because originally I used to pester my friend to play it on his PC. I love sim games anyway, anything kind of simulation wise. I love the Roller Coaster Tycoon. I've just picked up Cities Skyline on the PS4, so I'm really looking forward to kind of jumping back into theme park on the 3DO. And I will say this, Planet Coaster was an excellent coaster slash theme park game on the PC, and it was due to come to the PS4, but unfortunately at the last minute it got cancelled, so I was like devastated because that would have been an immense brand new roller coaster game for the PlayStation 4, and now it's not going to happen, so looks like I'm sticking with theme park for console. So we'll just kind of pop these right here. I picked this up. Now this is literally just come out actually. This is sealed limited edition, Link's Awakening. I am going to open this and I got a poster with it. I only paid 80, which was £10 above retail, so I'll probably just sell my copy because now I have this. And I was umming and ahhing over buying this off your good self, Patrick, if you're watching, but at the time I just wasn't bothered, and then I've seen a lot of unboxings of this and it's actually a really nice piece of kit. And like me, if you're a Zelda fan, I think this is a staple item to have in your collection. I mean, it's just beautiful. I can't wait to look through the art book. The game itself looks stunning, and to my surprise, because I wasn't going to live stream it, a lot of people in chat the other week voted to have me stream this on the Switch. So that's going to be a thing, so you've got to stay tuned. I stream here on YouTube and over on Mixer. Links are in the description, obviously here on YouTube anyway. But I'm really stoked with this. I think this is one of the nicer limited, or rather collector's editions we've had for a while from Nintendo. Okay, now these two, I know you're going to be proud of me for these two, but you're not going to be proud of me because they weren't already in my collection. I have Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2 from the makers of the classic Resident Evil. So if you just kind of think Resident Evil with dinosaurs, and I swear down, we need HD remakes of these. And me and one of the guys, I think it was the guy at Konya Consoles who I bought this one off, he said, I think we're going to get HD remakes soon. And I was like, oh mate, I hope so, it's going to be amazing. So let me know if you think Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2 are worthy of having remakes. Picked up Dino Crisis 2 from Gold Saucer Games. Lovely guys, Nathan, massive shout out to you, mate. It's always nice to see their stock. They have some stunning stuff, I'm not even joking. But I didn't find a copy of Snatcher this time, but I'm going to get one, guys. I'm going to get that copy of Snatcher. But in the meantime, I can be busy with Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2. Right, let us continue. In fact, what I'll do, I'll move these here, and I've got all these here, and we'll just continue because there's still a fair bit to get through. So, and I'm going to kind of lean on this so you can't kind of preempt. Got a copy of Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. And the old core design there, look at that. I loved nostalgia within nostalgia. Again for the Mega CD. Really looking to boost my Mega CD collection, play-wise and just kind of like hardcore collector shelf filler-wise. That might sound stupid to some of you, but for me it's really, really not, because Mega CD titles, that's immaculate by the way, Mega CD titles are absolutely so expensive. But I picked this one up from the awesome lads at Super Retro Brothers. They're linked on my website, and you can get 10% off using my code on their website. Any game, any console, 10% off using code JuicyGamer. I make no money from you using the code, but yeah, it's just they're a great bunch of lads and they've always got top-notch games, so I picked that up from them amongst some other things. Got a nice copy of Eco here, and this is in really decent condition. Really decent condition, even down to like the kind of old warranty stuff in here. Love seeing that, love seeing it. And I love reading the back because it just takes me back. It's within a world of enchantment and wonder, evil resides in an ancient castle. Eco, a young boy born with horns, has been expelled from his village and left within the isolated fortress. The story continues, blah, 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 blah. So super stoked with that. It is a US copy, but that is absolutely fine, like NTSC. You know, the 1-800 stuff gives it away on the back for me before you've even kind of clocked like NTSC in the corner. But I do have a PlayStation 2 somewhere that plays NTSC region, so I'm really stoked. So really happy with that. If you've played it, let me know in the comment section below. Snagged this, like, this is an unofficial, this is kind of a random one. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Game Secrets. Then in the back there's like the Legend of Zelda on the NES, and there's the Adventure of Link. So there's quite a few bits in here for an unauthorized guide. Now, I've completed Link to the Past many a times, and I own the official game guide for the Super Nintendo. But things like this just really intrigue me because it might just give you that extra little perspective. I mean, the pictures aren't that great. Like, you've got the dark world there and the light world, which barely looks any different. You can see like light world, dark world. I mean, yeah, it probably would have been better in colour, especially because the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past looks stunning. But I picked that up. I thought I'd give it a go. In pretty decent condition. Now, speaking of condition, how beautiful is this SNES game, Championship Pool? I've been really fancying playing a pool game recently, mainly because I keep seeing pool games pop up on my Facebook feed for mobile games. So picked that up. That looks pretty neat actually on the back. I like the screenshots, and it's just chill, man. And look at the condition, guys. I mean, it really, there's barely a mark on it. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was like a repro. Actually, I'm going to show you the repro, actually. I'm excited about this. Check this. I had to do this, right? I had to get a repro copy of Star Fox 2, complete with manual as well. This is a bloody good repro. The cartridge probably could have had a little bit more cleaning, I will say. And I own the official copy of Star Fox 2 on the Super Nintendo Mini. So I have a little repro here as well. And it's almost like holding a piece of history that never really happened. So I felt more intrigued really when I picked this up. I was kind of searching through the game, saw it, I was like, I have to have this. Like, I have to have this. I think I only paid like 30 quid, which might be over the top for some of you gamers. But for me, it was definitely worth it. So two more SNES games then. Picked up The Legend of Mystical Ninja, and you can probably see this here, but this is a random game that I've never played called Toddlers. They're a new breed of trouble. So it says here, Hocus and Pocus have done it again. They let all the toddlers escape who promptly made a beeline for the teleporter door. Any number of disasters could befall them on the other side, so they'd better be returned safely before the Grand Sorcerer Divinius finds out what happened. 175 levels for 1 to 2 player. 175 levels. If you've completed this, I want to hear from you. Drop me a tweet, do something, tell me, flag yourself, who are you? But I just thought, I've never played it for like, I think I paid 18 quid, so I thought I might as well give that a whirl. And I've never actually played this, The Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Paid 40 for that. NTSC, of course. Seen it in a couple of magazines, seen it on social media quite a few times, and I just thought I'll give it a go. You know, it's one of those titles that doesn't necessarily pop up as frequently, so I just thought I'd give it a blast. We're almost done, because I'm going to show you guys these. Now, nothing screams nostalgia to me. Where should I put these? More than these, okay. You can probably already see them on the camera, but I got these from Sega Mags. It's a bunch of old Nintendo magazines, primarily pinning the Super Nintendo era, stemming back as far as the NES. Oh, the smell though. It's just the smell of these, isn't it? Like, I used to get, that's an older one because it's cheaper, $1.95. What year was this from? These were from Sega Mags. Love those guys. They're absolutely epic. Really friendly, really nice. And I asked him on Twitter if you have any Nintendo magazines, please will you save them? And he kind of had this stash to one side, and he had like a just layout on the table, and he gave me the stash and the layout on the table. And I was like, dude, I'll take them all. Like, how much for them all? Even get a little freebie there with that. So there's plenty for me to kind of get sunk into here. And I just used to stand in WH Smith as a kid because I never really had much money to be blessed to even buy these magazines. And I just used to stand for hours just flicking through the magazines, trying my best to memorize cheats. Sometimes I'd be cheeky and take a pen in and write the cheats down. Like, because gaming is my life now and gaming was my life back then. So I'm just stoked to be wrapped in this nostalgic blanket of heaven. So let me put these bad boys down. I hope you've enjoyed this retro game haul. I think there's plenty here for me to get stuck into over the coming months. There are more retro game hunts coming, there are more pickups coming, there's more of everything coming, guys, so I'm really excited. And don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you really enjoyed the market. I'll try my best to get to the majority of markets when it comes to retro gaming, so I'm excited for the next one. But I'm going to leave it there. Have a beautiful day, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you on Friday. Take care, see you soon.